the Anomalous Black Women Podcast. It's me, Bina, and I'm here with my lovely guest co-host, Monique Yesenia. Hey, Mo.
How y'all doing out there? How you doing, Bina?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Doing
I
good.
like your braids, honey.
Thank you. I braided my hair about 10 days ago.
Yourself?
Thank you.
You did it yourself?
I did because I'm on a budget and I can't be giving these young girls no $200.
No,
Thank goodness for YouTube. I'm thinking about locking my hair though. I've been entertaining it.
What, sister locks?
I think I'm more of a sister lock person. I don't want to go big. I probably want it between sister lock and like your size. Yeah. So I'm thinking about it and stuff. So we'll see.
Locks are versatile. People don't think that locks are versatile, but they are.
I feel like they're well, symbolic because we're Black.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm at a point I'll be 51 in 3 months. So I'm at a point in my life I just don't want to
stop lying. Stop.
51. I just don't want to deal with hair. Like it's in the way.
Yeah, I agree.
It is. It really is.
I ain't nowhere near 51 and I ain't got time for it.
It's just too much work. And you know the crazy thing is before I came out the hospital after almost dying from COVID, all of my hair came out.
Yeah.
Like my real hair was in the middle of my back. And by the time everything happened, because I lost so much oxygen and stuff, my hair wound up being like up to here. It's about right here now. But I remember how devastated I was. And I was like, okay, calm down, Mo. It's just hair.
Right.
It's really just hair.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that.
Yeah. I mean, my hair ain't fall out, but when they had to cut it, like I still don't have hair right there.
For your surgery? Yeah, when your surgery?
Yeah, when I had surgery, and I was like, I thought I was gonna have to shave like a whole part because I was in those groups and those girls, they had to shave like they whole head side of
yeah.
And they had to shave like, because some doctors, they don't try to save people's hair, like they just shave it off. They don't even try to save the
I was surprised when you came home because I was there those few days with you and I was like, oh, they didn't even.
My doctor, she was like, I tried to save it. She was like, I tried to save it. She said, you see, I tried to save it.
She did a good job though.
She really did. She really, really did. I only got like one bald spot back here, which you can't see because my hair's so thick, and then I got that spot up here, but my hair's so thick I can cover it up.
Yeah, you would never know. Yeah, you do have thick hair.
Yeah. But it's crazy how you don't even think that you put so much stock into hair until you lose that hair, and then you like, am I tripping? Like I am tripping over some hair. Like
yeah, it's so true. I had to bring myself back down. I remember being in the doctor's with all the hair in a Walmart bag and saying, what happened? And he was just like, it's okay, Monique. It's just hair to grow back. And I remember crying for like 2 hours straight.
You took your hair that fell out to the doctor with you?
I did. I did. Bina, I'll tell you no lie. My Miss Sharon was with me. My nurse was with me. I was like, what is this? So he said, is that hair? I said, yes, I don't have no hair. And he was like, it'll grow back. It's just hair. But I lost so much, like I said, oxygen and the nutrients and everything. Took all my hair out, my teeth, everything. But anyway, it's all good. I'm here. I'm alive.
Right.
I'm doing good. I'm doing better than I was. So I'm grateful.
Right. Thank God we doing better than we were. Thank goodness we don't know like what we've been through, right?
That's the truth. That is the truth. And it's funny because people say that about you and I all of the time. You and me are the most strongest women I've ever met in my life. I'm like, it's not easy. We go through our stuff. When the when we're by ourselves and stuff like that, it's not fun, but strength. I mean, as long as you got 2% in that little toe, you could pull from it and just keep
Right.
pushing.
Right.
Seriously.
It's definitely not easy as we make it look, as other people make it look, because it's a lot of strong people in the world. Definitely it's not as easy as people make it look. And so if you see somebody strong, give them some words of encouragement, because they definitely need it, because we take people being strong for granted. We definitely
Absolutely. And yeah, you always have to check on that strong friend, seriously.
right.
And I've learned, you and I are a lot alike. I've learned to not be okay. I mean, that's something that you've taught me. And say that I'm not okay, or if I'm in the midst. Sometimes you feel like you don't want to bother people. I'm like that. So I'll just go through whatever I'm going through, and I'm like, oh, I know it's going to pass. It'll pass. Sometimes I want to pick up the phone and just cry, but push through and just, like I said, and just keep it moving. That's that. And you're entitled to feel your feels.
Yes. That's the most important thing. You are entitled to feel whatever it is that you feel. Feelings are feelings for a reason. They are valid regardless of what it is that you're feeling. Now, I'm not saying for you to take it out on other people, but you are entitled to feel whatever it is that you're feeling. You're entitled to those feelings.
It's the truth. And even with the grieving process, and that some people are like, oh, it's been a year, it's been 2 years, you like can never get over stuff like that. I had to like shy away from people like that, because I just feel like have a heart.
Right.
And everybody grieves the way they grieve, and everybody feels the way they feel, and you can't take that from them.
Right. I can't, like, I think I told you this before, but I can't stand when people say, oh, it's going to get better with time. No, it's not going to get better with time. I understand what they're trying to say, but like, no.
No, it's rough.
I'm saying, like, no, I'm going to learn to live with it, but it's not going to get better with time. We talking about people that really mean something to us. We talking about my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Yes, the rock, the matriarch, right?
Exactly. It's not ever gonna get better with time. So please don't say that. She in a better place. Please shut up. Like,
girl,
shut up.
I know it. I know it. Or the infamous line for me is, you'll find love again.
Ooh, no.
I'd be like, do people really like I get that. I'm not gonna deprive myself from loving again. I get that, but like, I don't know. I just feel uncomfortable.
I feel like that is so callous. Like, you'll find love again. Like, he gone, you'll find love again. Girl.
Right. That's the way I feel. And I'm like, am I overthinking it? Because I feel like it's kind of rude.
I think it's rude to say that to somebody. Like, what? You'll find.
And you know what? They're right. Yeah, I'm going to find love again. I'm not going to find that kind of love,
right.
but
And no, and I get what they're trying to say, and I know that they're not trying to be mean, but that's not something that you say to somebody that lost the love of their life. Like if Lamar dies tomorrow, heaven forbid, like if somebody say you'll find love again, I'm gonna punch them in their face.
Oh, baby.
The topic of the day is the importance of giving back and serving others. Our first quote of the day is, not how much we give, but how much we put into giving. And that is a quote by Mother Teresa. So,
good quote.
Yep. It's not about how much we give, but about how much we put into giving. And I agree. Because you don't have to give a lot or do a lot. Like you don't have to help a million people. You can help one person, and that could be your legacy. Because you never know who that
That's true.
person is.
That's absolutely true. And just being present, just being present for someone who needs you to be present and being there. That is totally giving back and being there for others and serving. You and I are both servants to the community and to the things that we do, whether it's you making someone feel beautiful with your fashion sense and dressing them up or whatever, or just pouring into somebody, that's serving somebody, because there's a lot of people out here struggling internally, no matter what it is. Just a friendly text, just a picking up the phone, hey, how you doing, and I love you text. You don't know what that's going to do for a person at that moment.
Yeah.
I've been witness to that. I'm going through a storm, and then all of a sudden I get a text. Was thinking about you, Mo, love you, and that changed my whole everything.
You know what? One small thing that I have done and I do that I know changes how a person feels, like whenever I go outside and I see, a man or a woman, I was like, hey, beautiful, or hey, handsome, how are you doing? And their whole expression changes.
Oh yeah, I do that too.
Like their whole yes, you love to do that. That's your thing. You love to do that. But their whole expression changes, like, oh, or I like that outfit. You working that, like that. Their whole expression changes. So it doesn't even take much to change to make a person's day. Like, and you never know what you're bringing someone out of by one small, simple gesture. Like you said,
right, and it could mean the world to them, because again, you don't know what somebody's going through. And I've been a witness to that. I recently had in April, I had a re-entry award ceremony, and then I just had a honoring Black women ceremony. And you would think that they were at the Oscars. Seriously, and how the texts and the emails and inboxes I get, you made me want to turn up more. You made me want to do this just for acknowledging me. And I acknowledge people who are not the popular girls, as some people would think, or the people that didn't even know what a loctician is. I mean, it's obvious what a loctician is, but for some people, when I gave that award to Nicole Jernigan, when I gave it to Nikki J, nobody's giving a loctician of the award, a loctician of the year award, because I guess nobody's thinking about it, and I see how much she puts into her work. Like, she's deserving of that, how she takes care of hair, how she spent years in school for hair care, studying the brain, she has a degree in psychology because she gives actual mental health sessions when you're in her chair. And I've seen it for myself, and it's absolutely beautiful and amazing for her to go above and beyond, and people didn't have a clue about that. So, things like that. Makeup, shout out to Kay Milan, Makeup Artist of the Year at the re-entry award ceremony. She was the first woman to receive an award, after she's a convicted felon and came home and changed her life around. Great mom. And she deserved that. And she deserved that award because she does great makeup. And so it's very important to serve others. It's very important to make somebody feel alive. Sometimes you just want to feel alive when you feel like you're dying on the inside. And when you hear stories, like when we're getting the acceptance speeches and stuff like that, and I'm like, Dag, I didn't know she was going through that, or I didn't know he went through that to get to where he was at. Oh, I didn't even know he was homeless when he came home, but now he's making 6 figures.
Right.
That's beautiful to me. Like, and it needs to be acknowledged. Or like, like when being a prison coach and stuff like that, seeing my students soar, and I've been been a prison coach for 10 years, seeing them come home doing so good, knowing that they had 20 years, knowing that they were in there on wrongful convictions, or they did the crime and had to spend 14 years in there, and for them to come from the streets to just being business people and making money and happy and married, having their first babies and this and that and the third. And when you hear stuff like that, one thing you said, or if I go to one of their events, a baby shower, or whatever it is, and then they'll pull out all notes from my classes from 10 years ago that resonated with them, means everything to me. So it's, things like that, serving others so they can do better, or at least get in their thoughts that they know that I know they can do better, that they can do better. I hang on to people words. I hang on, like I said earlier on, there's been things that you said to me that I keep with me. I'm okay. I have to feel my feels. It's okay not to be okay. And I had really started taking that seriously, especially the last two to 3 years. Like, I'm like, okay, Bina said. It's in my head. So, that whole strong woman thing sometimes is like a bit much. It's just a bit much. And when everybody counts on you for everything, advice and everything. And then you still struggle with, having to push away sometimes so you can just focus on yourself, can be a battle because you're just used to trying to heal broken people. Yeah. But in that process, you're struggling too. And I'm broken in some areas. Yeah. So trying to heal others or giving them tools and stuff like that is tough, but I also know what my calling is in life, and I also know that word "no" is a complete sentence.
Yeah, my therapist.
I have to serve myself too.
Yeah, my therapist has me working on my boundaries because she said I don't have good boundaries.
Mine too. My therapist too. I got to do homework by Tuesday.
Okay, that's my homework, working on my boundaries.
Yeah.
That's always my homework, but I'm getting better. I am getting better. With
saying no.
Yeah, with saying no, and just with my time management, and putting stuff on my calendar and knowing that I don't have time for, like I don't have the time. Like I'm not over, scheduling more than one thing at a time.
Instead of taking it one day at a time.
Yeah,
this last 9 months I've been doing that. One thing at a time, One thing at a time.
One thing at a time. And I'm putting stuff on my actual calendar on my phone so that it's visual to me what I have going on, as opposed to just saying, yeah, I'll do that. And not writing it down or whatever. And then I have multiple things at one time, and I'm over, I have doing too many things at once.
At one time.
Yeah.
And it can be overwhelming. You're a wife, you're a mother, you're an entrepreneur. You're at the forefront for many things. And so it can be overwhelming, but yeah, that word no is definitely a must.
Yeah, I was like, won't you turn your phone off? I was like, I can't, because he was like, because what? I said, because people gonna be texting me. He was like, those text messages can't wait. Lamar is good with boundaries. I'm not. He's really good with boundaries. I'm not good with boundaries at all.
Yeah, and then people will milk it if they can. There's some people that will really when you make yourself that accessible, they can milk you. Serving somebody, serving others and serving other, communities and people and stuff like that. Yes, it's a must, but like you just said, it has to be boundaries.
Yes, yes.
Because we have our own individual lives at the end of the day.
And that's one of the hardest parts about serving the community is finding that balance with your life and serving the community. Like that equal balance of not letting serving the community outweigh your life and living your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know one time I had got where it was just me serving the community and not living my life at all. If you asked me what I was doing, it was me doing something for the community. Like, where are you going? Something serving the community. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That definitely was you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nothing me doing something. It was me doing something for the community. It was nothing me doing something for Bina. So it's really hard to find that balance, but you have to find that balance because you'll get burnt out.
You definitely will get burnt out, mentally and physically and emotionally. It can be a lot, especially when you are a person who honors their word and people can depend on you. Mm-hmm. It can get heavy. But like I just said, one thing at a time, one day at a time.
You know what I miss doing since I moved down here? The back to school thing.
Oh yeah, I haven't done it since
I know, because the last time we did it was 2019.
Yeah, I haven't done it since COVID. Then COVID hit, and then I didn't do it this year. I actually donated to somebody day before yesterday for their back to school. There's a lot of people doing it too, so I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. Gave to who?
No, this year I gave to others that's having back to school. It's a lot of back to school drives everywhere, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, so I just feel like, okay, I did it. We were the first to do it. Mm-hmm. We did it for 19 years. Everybody else, like I got, a lot of other stuff on my plate. And as long as I'm giving something towards the children, I'm good. Yeah. So I'll probably that phase, or do I want to say phase? It's not a phase. That part of my life is probably, it has ended with that. Because I still give back and stuff like that. You go through these different times in your life. Mm-hmm. So, we was out there with in floods and stuff. Remember that one year? Yeah. I was like, oh my goodness, how am I going to get my Impala over there with all of this water? It was floods everywhere. And man, we got out. You was out there first, busting everything down. I'll never forget that year. And my cousin Cece was like, you're really going out there. I said, I have to. It's like, oh my goodness, the sun came back out and everything, but it was water everywhere. I was like, oh my goodness, I hope my engine don't flood.
Yeah.
But we did it. We knocked it out.
Worked out. Yep.
The supplies, the clothes. I think that was
the year we had clothes. Yeah. Ooh.
That was a lot. All the clothes. I think we only did that maybe 2 or 3 years, but that was a lot. That was a lot of work.
Oh man.
And then remember, one of the parents was at McDonald's trying to sell the clothes.
Al went to the McDonald's and the parent was trying to sell the school supplies.
I said, what are you doing? What is going on? You don't sell this stuff. These people work hard just to give us these spiral notebooks and pens and stuff. And you in front of McDonald's selling the stuff that we just gave you for your so-called grandkids that probably didn't even exist. Man, I was hot that day.
And then they wonder why we won't let them get stuff without the children with them.
Right. I was like, no, it's just not, that's not going down. That's not going, gotta love our people though. I tell you. We can laugh at it now, but that day I was hot as I don't know what. I said, I want to wring his neck.
And he was on a bicycle.
Yeah. And acting like we was crazy. And I was like, you out of your mind, give me this stuff back. Oh, that. Good times, good times. You know, we got a zillion stories.
Yes, indeed. So what is the main thing that you're doing now? Because you're not doing the advocates thing anymore, are you?
So glad you said ask me that. PSA, I am retired. Everybody. When y'all in my inbox, and I love you and I get it, after I make an announcement, before you go on hiatus, can you, no, I'm not reading a 500-page document. I'm not. I need it. I can't, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing it. And it might sound mean to other people. I done held, shout out to the Hampton Library because they give me the library every year once a month to teach. If you're not sitting in these classes at this point, I don't know what to say to you because I don't have that type of time. And it's emotional. It was just emotionally draining. Like, I put my life on hold 7 years for Travion Blunt. He's home. He's thriving. He's doing great. All the cases I touched, they're all home, and I'm appreciative of it. But that's it. It's just like no more for me. I don't have that. I don't have that energy. I'm at a different phase of my life. Now, what I will say is, you know, if you have like a simple question and stuff like that, I got you. Like, I'll answer the question. But Google and YouTube have everything. Mm-hmm. That's how I learned a lot of stuff. And then I just put my razzle dazzle on it.
Right.
So, yeah, the advocacy work, retired a couple of months ago, and there's that. I just want to honor people. I came up with the idea of the reentry awards because nobody's done that, period. So doing that, honoring Black women, people are doing that, but, and shout out to the sisters out there, but it's the same people getting the same. I don't need an award anymore. People know who I am and what I do, and I appreciate any of the awards that I've received. I have a whole bunch in my office, but I want to acknowledge the Tiffany Orsetts, holistic practitioner, doula of the year, Nikki J, Kay Milan, like people like that. Like, people have no clue of what they do in their professionalism, and they need to be heard. So if I can create those type of platforms so they can really eat now, that's what I'm doing. And people, the women that I honor, their clientele is going up just for that alone. So I serve my purpose with that. But I just want to do these little award ceremonies. I want to keep coaching. All of my guys have been coming home. They still need work. I make sure that I'm there for them in the process of them transitioning from prison to society is very, very, very difficult for them. We in a free world and it's tough for us. But for them, when they come home, it is a battle. So I'm doing the reentry coaching thing for them, but I'm not taking any clients for regular coaching. I'm not doing that. It's just solely the guys and the women. And they've been doing good. Like all of them have been doing good. They have their highs, they have lows. I've experienced a couple of getting out of my bed, suicide, talking suicide and stuff like that. And they don't never want to talk to nobody but me, and I could bring them down for the most part. But it's not easy. It's not easy at all for them. So yes, retire as an advocate. I'll be doing these award ceremonies. I'm coming to New York next year because of one more person from New York. How you doing that there? You not coming back home? You know a lot of convicted fellas here, Mo. Like, I do. A lot of people. I said I'm coming there in Philadelphia, and so I'm gonna make this like an annual thing. That'll probably be my only focus is that, and hopefully I can be. Hopefully I'm working on getting space for a re-entry center, and working on that for hopefully by next year. And that's pretty much it, really. Just still studying and reading a lot and just taking time for myself and making myself go to bed by 10 o'clock at night at this point, and not staying up all night looking all tired and crazy. And I just got to put first. But still help, of course. So, and marrying a whole bunch of people after your wedding. Nobody knew I was an ordained minister. I got 8 weddings next year. So I'm like, I'm like some of the guys that came home and stuff like that, but when they seen your wedding, everybody was like, Monique. I'm like, God, book me, it's fine. Book me. I'm good.
Go add them coins to your pocket.
So I'm serving in that way as well. So everybody just thought it was so dope. You're my sister, my best friend and stuff. And they just was like, hey, hold on, wait. I said it was so pretty, and everybody, her dress, where'd she get her dress from? I said she got it made. I said that dress was bad. But so yeah. And I said I'm definitely not. I won't be marrying people the way everybody else marries people.
Oh no.
We don't do tradition.
No.
Rebellious Negroes we are.
For real. I need to put it on my website too. Especially after I get done with this school stuff.
Yeah, so that's serving as well. I'm still serving, but on a lighter load, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
On a lighter load.
Definitely lighter.
And then even
that advocacy stuff was heavy. Super heavy. I said because that advocacy stuff was super heavy.
No sleep. Popping up in the middle of the night. Stuff coming to me in my dreams. Then get on the laptop 2 a.m. to 7, 8 a.m. Then got to clock in for my 9 to 5. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. Like, it's just a lot. Or something I remember. Then I'll get up and email, God rest his soul, John, hitting him up in the middle of the night, and then he'll call me like that morning. Do you know what time you emailed? Yes, I did, John. It was 2 a.m, but it popped in my head. I miss him, man. So yeah, and you still want to be a part of serving in that capacity, but not to the point where it's just taking your life and putting it on hold.
Right.
Travion thanks me all the time. You always say, oh, Mom, like 7, you put your life on hold 7 years for me. I'm like, no, I was determined to get you. Like, I was determined to get you home. It's okay. Like, it's fine. It took 7 years, but it's okay. It took John 14. You're home, and just don't let yourself down and don't let us down. Right. And he has. So serving is very important, and passing it on, passing the baton on to others, because I've mentored and trained quite a few advocates, and they're doing phenomenal out here. They're getting people home too, so that's great. I just want a vacation and create good memories. Have me strawberry margarita on the beach once a week. That's pretty much what I want to do. You know,
I know
live
that's
simple
right.
life.
A good life.
Yeah, pretty much. And then like we like was serving, I know I'm being interviewed, but like when you serve a community or you serve others, like what's one word you can describe how you feel about it? Like how does it make you feel? It can be tiresome, but there's fulfillment in it.
Yes. I feel when I'm serving the community, I just feel like I don't even know like the word that I feel when I'm serving a community. When I'm serving like women, when I'm doing that with my women veteran thing,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you I guess fulfilled is a word, but it's more than fulfilled. It's like I don't know. I just feel like
Your sisterhood is beautiful. It really is.
yeah, I just feel like I'm doing that's my calling and then I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know if that makes sense, but
Oh no, it makes sense. Everybody spends a lifetime um, asking what their calling is. And sometimes you just don't get it at 40, 45, 50 years old. And then boom, it'll just hit you like, this is what I'm really supposed to be doing. This is my calling.
yeah. That's how I feel about so like, I'm still trying to like figure out my coaching thing. That's why I got my group. But I also feel like that's my calling as well to ever since I wrote that chapter in Girl Power Uncensored, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like my calling is to empower other women that are chronically ill. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that's also my calling as well. Just to show that you can feel whatever it is that you feel, but also do whatever it is that you want to do. That you can also live your life. You know what I'm saying? Like we do.
Right, and don't get stuck into depression and all of that. Like,
Exactly. You
yeah,
don't
I mean, this is
have to,
the hand we was dealt.
yeah, you don't have to let your, whatever your diagnosis is, you don't have to let that be your life. Like, look at you, look at me, look at Payvar. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at us and let us be your examples of you can be chronically ill, you can have all of these invisible illnesses or diseases or ailments or whatever you want to call them, and you can still live your life the way you want to live it. Now you got to figure out how to live your life around these
The
diseases.
maneuver.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? You got to learn how to maneuver around them, and sometimes your life does have to change, from how you used to be, but you can still live, and you don't have to just lay in the bed all the time and not be who you want to be and do what you want to do. And I just feel like that's one of my
Right, living and not existing.
yes,
Because I know you can relate. Like I wake up in pain. I'm in pain every day.
every single day.
But my goals, my future, my outlook on life outweighs the pain.
Mm-hmm.
So I focus more on that than the pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it is what it is. And I know everybody's different. Some people is not as strong as we are.
Yeah,
Um,
and I'm yeah, I agree.
but I remember that conversation you and I had about. I remember when you said, "This is what I feel that I need to be doing: serving people who are chronically ill and coaching them through it."
Mm-hmm.
And that probably was like 4 or 5 years ago. I think we was in Patrick Henry Mall, or probably at Applebee's.
No, I don't know.
I want to say we had came from the mall and went to Applebee's or Red Lobster or something, but I remember that conversation.
Yeah.
I don't even remember I had on a burgundy sweater. I remember. And I remember you saying that, and I was like, I could so see it.
Yeah. So like I'm still like getting all of that, getting it together in my head of how I see it and how I want it to look, and like what I want it to look like. And that's why I'm getting a group why I got the group together and all of that stuff. But yeah, so I think like that's my calling, and serving women veterans is my calling. Those are my two.
Yeah, you're amazing at both. I mean, I've been to one of your sorority ceremonies. I actually spoke at one of your sorority ceremonies, and the sisterhood is just amazing. And I'm pretty sure everything's not perfect all the time.
Oh no.
Right. Women and I get it, but the purpose of it and it is beautiful. When I see the pictures and I see everybody's beautifully coordinated, and like all of that is pretty dope. It really is.
Ladies.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, looks like we've been talking for a long time.
We have been. We always do whenever we talk. We're both not phone people, but when we talk on the phone, I know this is an interview, we talk. We're texters people. Yeah. We rather you text than call. But per usual, like you're doing an amazing thing with this platform and giving women just the Black women a platform to speak on a variety of topics, and this whole creation of this platform is absolutely amazing and beautiful.
Yeah, I want the Anomalous Black Women Podcast to be a safe space for Black women to just come and talk about whatever it is they want to talk about. And, we get here, we chill, we talk about whatever it is that we want to talk about. And that's for us.
Yes, it's definitely appreciated, because sometimes we feel that we're not heard. We birth a whole nation, but sometimes we feel like we're not heard, or we're just not, what we do is not respected, sadly. So thank you for this platform, definitely.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on. Oh, let me do our closing quote of the day.
Okay.
I have found that org, I don't know, I can't read my handwriting. It's been other benefits. Giving liberates the soul of the giver. Maya Angelou.
It does. It is liberating. That is a beautiful quote. It is very liberating. It makes you feel good.
Yes, it does.
It definitely makes you feel good. And I'm glad that we're at our ages and stuff now that we're getting it, like the balance. Give and then give to yourself.
Right. So, I agree.
We are definitely learning. We're all learning, and that's all that matters. That balance. As you give, make sure you're taking time for yourself as well.
I agree.
That's something difficult for, I think, both of us that we have to learn.
And if you don't,
we like that word no now. No, I'm going to serve you, but when I'm in the midst of my storms and when I'm in the midst of what I'm going through, you have to understand that, because I'm human. I know y'all think we the Black superwomen, and we are, but we still have to do what we need to do for us. Because if we not doing good for us, we can't do anything for you.
Right. Well, thank you, Anomalous, for joining us today. You can find us on all podcast platforms, Anomalous Black Women. You can find us on all social media platforms, Anomalous Black Women. I'll put Monique's information in the box below. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.
Thank you.